everyone, it's Holly Kay, and today I'm going to bake. Today we are going to make key lime pie. I actually only have regular limes, so for all you sticklers out there, this is just lime pie. For today's recipe, you're going to need sugar, sweetened condensed milk, limes, 3 eggs, and about 5 tablespoons of melted butter. If I'm forgetting anything, I will let you know. So we're going to start with the crust. I've already sort of measured this out. It's about 6 ounces of graham crackers, which turned out for me to be 11 sheets. Just gonna crack these in here. You can do this in a food processor if you have a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can put this in a big Ziploc bag, hit it with your rolling pin, and that'll also do the trick. This is the crust. Pulse. Ooh, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I'm missing a part. Ooh, that lid. It helps keep everything inside. Great. A 1/3 cup of sugar. Let the fun begin. Yeah. Now this is gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna add something to this. Just sprinkle a little cinnamon and a little nutmeg. Hurricane Holly. So I'm just gonna pulse this a couple more times. Oh yeah, now I have a little aromatics there, a little nutmeg, a little cinnamon. I think that's gonna really bring out the flavor of the graham cracker and the lime. That's not in the recipe, that's just something I added for fun. I buttered this pan, the pie plate. You don't have to butter it, but I read in the reviews that someone said they had a hard time getting their pie crust to come out, so I just went ahead and buttered it a little bit. Might make it easier to get everything out. All right, so you're just gonna get that into your pie plate and you're gonna press it out. You can use your hands. If you wanna use a dish towel or something else, you can do that too. You're just gonna start pressing it down into the pie plate. And you wanna press it up against the sides. You wanna press it really hard so that it's even all the way around. Preheat your oven to 350. If you hold it up to the light, you can kind of see where it might be thinner. There, that looks pretty great. All right, so this goes in the oven for 8 minutes. We just want it to sort of set and bake to a little goldeny, crispy goldenness. Oh, love it. Just clean as I go. So next I'm going to take some of my limes and I'm gonna zest 2 teaspoons worth of lime zest into this bowl. All right, so I think I have at least 2 tablespoons of lime zest in here now. So I'm just gonna set this aside. And the next thing I'm gonna do is juice all these limes. I'm aiming for 2/3 of a cup. This is gonna take a little while. I assume that Patrick's just gonna speed all this up, but this is the part that takes forever.
Really? Citrus juice probably
Last lime, I think. I finally have 2/3 of a cup of lime juice. After doing that, I will buy lime juice next time, I think. We've zested the limes, we've juiced the limes. Now we're gonna start to make the filling. I'm going to need a can opener. All right, I know that the condensed milk is already sweetened, but I feel like With the limes, I'm gonna add a little extra sugar. I don't want it to be too sweet because I want it to maintain that same like tart flavor, but at the same time I don't want it to be too tart where it doesn't taste like pie. So I'm gonna separate 3 eggs and I'm going to keep the yolks, because the yolks is what we're gonna use. So I'm gonna put the yolks directly into the KitchenAid mixer. I just like to use the old eggshell method. I'm always gonna have an eggshell. And I am going to do a 1/4 cup of sugar. Whoops! So similar to making a cake, I'm going to cream this sugar and eggs together until they're a little bit fluffy. I just want the color of the yolks to sort of become a little bit lighter and to mix in really well with the sugar. It's going to take about 5 minutes. So what started out as a really deep, almost orangey yolk is now a more like yellow, lighter yellow color, a little more like buttery color. Now I'm just going to turn down this a little bit and add the lime zest. And now we're going to gradually add the condensed milk until this starts to thicken up. Stir in the lime juice just until it's combined. So this is going to break up that sort of pudding consistency, and that's okay. It should still have a really light yellow color and smell amazing of limes. Oh yeah. We had this in the oven for a little while, so I'm just gonna pour in the filling here. Oh, it looks really nice. We're actually going to bake this again at 350 for 10 minutes. I mean, really no time at all. And that's just going to give us the opportunity to set everything before we stick it in the fridge. It looks so yummy. So I'm gonna go pop this back in the oven for 10 minutes and we will assess when done. All right, it's coming out of the oven now. And again, we just did this to set the eggs and the filling. You can see it's a lot more solid. I'm gonna take this over to our wire rack to cool. It's gonna cool for 15 to 20 minutes. After this cools for 15 to 20 minutes, it's gonna go in the refrigerator for over an hour. You're gonna stick it in the freezer for 15 to 20 minutes before you serve, and you're gonna wanna serve it with whipped cream, which I'm gonna show you how to make in a couple minutes. I'm just gonna go check on that baby first. We're gonna make a little whipped cream. I have the pie in the freezer right now, and then it's gonna come out and we're gonna have a piece. Right now I'm just gonna put a little heavy cream into the stand mixer here. I put about four or so ounces. The key to great whipped cream is not over whipping, because once you get past a certain point, you don't have whipped cream anymore, you have butter. So I'm just going to do a little bit of sugar. Let me just get it whipping. So it's really just this for a couple of minutes, and what I'm gonna do is just really closely watch it to make sure we don't go over that line into butter. I'm also going to taste it for its sweetness to add or add sugar. Oh, actually I really like that. I probably put in 2 to 3 tablespoons of confectioner's sugar, if that. I get really nervous about making whipped cream because I tend to like to stir things a little extra, and this is like one of those circumstances where you should absolutely not stir it a little extra.
Are you making whipped cream?
We're making whipped cream! Oh yeah, that's almost there. I think this needs to go any more. It's starting to give me some form. Yep, that looks great. Sweetheart,
Yes.
I'm gonna need you in the kitchen. Okay. I use this.
No.
I need one for myself. But feel free to tell people how it tastes. You're not on camera.
Oh. Damn tasty.
Mm-hmm. Okay, not bad. Ooh, nice and tart,
Mm-hmm. Right.
but it's not too tart. The crust is good. And that is key lime pie, or in this case, lime pie.